Now we're going to focus on getting the range of the graph. So when we talk about range, we're talking about the outputs, and the outputs of the graph are represented by this y-axis. This time we're going to be doing a vertical movement, reading the graph starting from the bottom and then moving up. So let's try it out. So I'm going to start at the bottom and I'm going to begin scanning the graph by moving vertically upwards. So as I keep moving, you see that we first encounter the graph at -2, and this is a open circle, so we're going to slice this graph with a solid line. So here we have a solid line, and this is going to represent the lower bound. Now let's try and find the upper bound. So we have to keep moving upwards, and if we keep moving up, you see that the graph ends here at +5. This is an open circle, so we're going to have to use a dotted line here. And I see that I made a little mistake here. This should have been a dotted line as well. So here I'm going to try and fix it quickly. Alright, so now the range is basically these y values. Alright, beginning from bottom to top. And if I want to represent the range using interval notation, just like before, we're going to use the endpoints -2 and +5. And for the range, I want to re-emphasize that we read from bottom to top, which is why the -2 comes first. So the -2 and the 5 in this scenario are both going to be closed by a parentheses due to the fact that we have open circles on both ends. So this would be the range of this graph. So let's try this example now. So we want to find the range here. So we have to look at the y-axis again. Let's begin scanning the graph beginning from bottom, and then we're going to go up. So we keep going, and you see that here we encounter the graph at +1. We have a solid, we have a closed circle, so we're going to use a solid line here. That's going to represent the lower bound. So now we have to find an upper bound, so we keep moving upwards, and you're going to see that the graph ends here at, at +6 here, with another solid line. So now the range are all of these values in between, and we want to represent them. We're going to represent them using interval notation. So we're going to use the endpoints 1 and 6, and here both of them are closed with a bracket because on both ends we have closed circles. Alright, practice getting the range, and then practice getting the domain in range. And if you have any questions, please message me, and I will do my best to provide you useful feedback.